Hey guys, welcome back to Dip Switch Demos. My name is Jackson and today's been a long time coming. Matt from Fidelity Guitars will tell you that this has been a long time coming. I've been bugging him for literally years about ordering a guitar. I said to myself a few months ago, once I moved house, I was going to get it sorted. And we moved house, it's all sorted, and I deserve to treat myself. Am I right? I'm right. I first played a Fidelity 2-3 years ago. Matt sent over a couple for me to sort of do an introductory video to Fidelity, and I really loved those two guitars. I had a JB and a double standard, and they were really great. No doubt that those guitars were full of character and mojo. Fast forward another year or so, I played another couple of Fidelity guitars at a guitar show here in the UK. That was when he first launched the Stellarosa. So he had two models of the Stellarosa there. The kind of big boy Stellarosa, he's probably got a picture of one here. Metal hardware, 3 pickups, absolute monster of a guitar. And these were much more refined instruments. He'd really honed his craft on building a high-end guitar. These were no doubt high-end guitars, and they were just gorgeous. So yeah, that was probably 2 years ago, and I said at that point to Matt, I'm going to buy one of these. I'm going to buy one of these one day, and the time has come. Quick disclaimer as well, I've sort of already been through the process with Matt. We've been talking for a couple of weeks now, going back and forth with a few ideas. Matt is a great guy to work with. You know, he's really open to whatever you throw at him. He's just, yeah, a really sound guy to work with and help build your own guitar. So the deal has pretty much already been done with this guitar, but I really wanted to go through the specs with you guys before the guitar arrives and my thought process throughout this sort of the custom building journey. Let me tell you now, this is something completely different to any guitar I own or have owned or that you've seen on the channel before, and that was kind of the idea. After playing those couple of Stellarosas, I knew I wanted that body shape because there's nothing quite like that body shape. It's so vintage, but so like you'd never seen anything like that before. So I'm going to go with a Stellarosa, but we're going to go with a Light 2 model, which was new for last year. It's the stripped back version of his kind of core range with 2 pickups basically. And then right up there front is my buddy Ryan from Demos in the Dark. This guitar, his guitar in particular, was a big inspiration for my own build. In fact, there are a couple of inspirations for this build. I found that really helpful to look back on what other builds Matt has done to get inspired and see what I can mesh together to create my own guitar. So Ryan's was a big inspiration. This one here was probably the closest to what it's going to end up being. Spoiler alert. And then this. The colour was actually one of the last things I decided on. For the longest time I thought I was going to go with shell pink, but after a while of sort of looking at his previous shell pink builds, while they look great, they're a bit paler than I think I wanted. I think I wanted a more pink shell pink. So in the end, we've gone with Sonic Blue, and mainly because of that. I mean, that looks sick. With the torque guard as well. I've also aged it a little bit. We've got medium aging. I asked him, you know, what the sort of difference between his medium and heavy aging is. And his reply was, I can do whatever you want. So I've kind of said, we'll go medium. I'll let you take charge of the aging. Matt offers a few different neck materials. You can have maple with a maple board, maple with a wenge or a wengy. I always thought it was wengy, but apparently it's wenge. Or roasted maple with a wenge fretboard. I went with a roasted maple. I'm a sucker for a roasted maple neck, so we have, it's going to be pretty similar to my St. Vincent actually. So roasted maple neck with a darker wood on the fretboard. I'm looking forward to that. Torque guard, as I may have previously said, he offers a few different things. A smoky torque guard. I want the torque guard, I kind of want the readiness of this look here. Pickups. Now, he uses Mojo pickups from in the UK as well, and they are great pickups. I've played a few guitars with Mojo pickups in them, so I pretty much decided I couldn't go wrong with any pickup combination. So I just thought of, let's have something fun. Let's go for something completely different. So in the bridge, originally I thought I'd go for like a Mojotron, Filtertron style Gretsch humbucker. But after talking to Matt back and forth a bit, decided that that probably wasn't what I wanted. So we're going to go for a mini humbucker in the bridge. That's apparently it's a bit more open sounding on the Mojotron, a bit more dynamic, and that sounds good to me, but still with plenty of punch of a humbucker. And then I sort of knew I always wanted a gold foil in the neck, because the JB that I played all those years ago had 2 gold foils, and the one in the neck was just so sweet sounding. The whole vibe and sort of goal with this guitar was to push me out of my comfort zone, playing wise and tone wise. You know, most of my guitars, arguably apart from the St. Vincent, are very traditional, you know, Tellies, Strats and shit like that. So I needed something that was really going to push me as a player and a tone searcher. That is something I'm not going to get from anything else, and Fidelity is kind of the best choice for that. Next up we have sort of the bridge configuration, and again, for the longest time I thought I was going to go hardtail, you know, stick in my comfort zone, and that would have sorted me, that would have been a rock machine. But then I sort of got thinking, if I really want to push myself, I got to try something different, and I've never played anything like a sort of Jazzmaster style tremolo system, so we're going to go for that. We're going to go for the Fidelity bridge with 3 Goto brass saddles, and then we're going to go for the Descendant tremolo. Apparently it's pretty much the best vibrato Jazzmaster style thing out there, and Fidelity does this really awesome huge plate on the top. Me and Matt were talking a little bit about the kind of pros and cons between having this over strung through while I was deciding, and he was saying with the vibrato the guitar is overall maybe more looser sounding, more resonant, more janglier, and I was like, yeah, those are all the things I kind of want from this guitar. And then you get the wiggle stick as well, so that's what we're going for, something different. And the final piece of the jigsaw is matching headstock or not, and I'm going all out. We're going matching headstock, so we're going to have a sonic blue headstock to match the body. It's going to be such a gorgeous guitar. Now the wait on these is 4 to 6 months, and which is kind of why I wanted to make a video now, because I couldn't wait to tell you guys about this guitar. I'm stoked about this guitar. This is going to be so good, and it's going to be a really nice addition to the arsenal. Huge thanks to Matt at Fidelity Guitars for helping me through this process, helping me decide. And this is my first fully custom guitar. You know, all my other guitars are off the shelf or modded by myself, so this is really exciting. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and maybe check out some more, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys.